America, Nick. Great guy, highly respected in everything he does when it comes to pieces. But Nick, where do the Mets go next year?
Fire everybody.
Fire everybody. Is that what Steve Cohen has to do the first day?
Resign Conforto.
Resign Conforto, that's definite. So, Luis Rojas gone. Wilpons are gone.
Wait, Rojas is gone?
No, but do you think he'll be gone?
Yeah, you got to give him a shot. They had no pitching. Everyone was hurt.
Yeah, that's true. Walk is out, hopefully. Porcello's gone.
Sign Trevor Bauer.
Trevor Bauer, he would be a good pickup. For real. I think he's going to be my favorite for the Cy Young this year.
Him or Darvish.
Maybe DeGrom.
They had 2 bad innings. The last one is the Phillies had 4 innings. 2 innings, 4 runs.
Good run. Back to back.
Win next year.
You got that right.
Who else is a free agent?
Stroman. Doug Strava will show up next. I'm Doug Serravo. I talk sports, politics, and faith. This is the Doug Serravo Show. We're heading to the studio now for the Doug Serravo Show. It's going to be a great show. A lot of great stuff to talk about. See you soon.
The host of the Doug Serravo Show, Doug Serravo.
Thank you. So today we have another episode. We're going to do a lot. We're going to discuss NFL Week 3, preview Week 4, but most of today's episode will be dedicated to the 2020 Major League Baseball season. We're going to discuss the Yankees. We're going to discuss what the Mets have to do in 2021, along with doing our own bracket and picking our award winners. Any questions, feel free to ask.
How well of a job has Madison done filling Andrew's seat so far?
I think Madison has done a phenomenal job. If you look at the views we're getting, the ratings are looking good, so he's done a great job. You way in the back?
Do you think you'll expect as many phone calls tonight as you did last time?
We shall see. Tonight we're not discussing all sports, so it may lack that, because mostly today is going to be about baseball. So if anyone wants to ask a lot of baseball questions, feel free. Anyone else? Thank you, guys. So normally I wear my suit, but today this episode is going to be all about baseball. So Madison, Brandon, and myself will be wearing our jerseys of our favorite baseball team. Let's go Rays, baby. Brandon, the same old Giants. 0-3. We play the Rams next week. Oh boy.
It's just a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. And listen, they're going to eventually win a game or two. But when are they going to start rebuilding?
It's like we've been doing it for 5 freaking years.
They're like the Knicks. When are we going to rebuild? In 20,000 years from now? When are we going to rebuild? We got to rebuild eventually. And,
2090.
With football, it's hard to rebuild. We know it's football. It's a tough sport to always win. But there's got to be a way we can get through. The defense has to improve. Jones got to work on some stuff. But there's got to be some things they got to do to win
but
games.
year after year, it shouldn't be like this. Remember when the Jets used to bet Giants were going to the playoffs? Now we're all at the bottom. When's the change going to happen? When you have a young quarterback, a young coach, or running back who can't stay healthy? I don't want Barkley to retire at age 30. So when's this change going to happen?
No one knows. No one knows. I mean, I guess it comes down to the general management. When it comes down to hiring, the coaching staff, signing their picks, getting their draft picks, it all comes down to the general management and the ownership of the team. So maybe it's time for the ownership of the Giants. Maybe they need to sell the team.
Dave Gettleman has 9 wins since he became a Giants general manager. So why are they letting someone like that take control of the team for 0 freaking results?
And every year we keep saying the same thing. What do you guys think that is? How can that be?
Because it's not about how much money a team could spend for big name players. You could have all the Mike Trouts you want. You could have all the Aaron Judges, Giancarlo Stantons, all the Bryce Harpers. But in Tampa Bay, it started with the Joe Madden era in 2008. Evan Longoria. They play team baseball and they build a young core. They develop great young guys. We've seen it this year with the likes of Michael Brissau, Joey Wendell.
Love that guy.
Kevin Kiermaier is always a lead guy for them. So I think it's all about just building a young core and developing those young guys. Because
I agree.
some teams try to build with the big bats. Look at the Nationals. Bryce Harper leaves. They win a World Series. Jets winning this game. I'm not sure the status of Drew Lock. So I have to just give them the edge based on that quarterback. Because I'm not sure if he's coming back. Then I have the Chicago Bears. Joe Burrow is going to get his first NFL win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then surprisingly, I see Cleveland going on a 2-game winning streak and defeating the Dallas Cowboys. Drew Brees is going to lead the Saints to a victory. Then I have the Tennessee Titans defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seattle is going to demolish the Miami Dolphins. And then after that, you'll see Tua start making his NFL debut. Tom Brady is going to help the Tampa Bay Buccaneers continue onto a 3-game winning streak. Then the Ravens are going to demolish the Washington football team. I almost said Redskins. So I wanted Facebook's going to take us off the air because I almost said Redskins. Then we're going to go to the Arizona Cardinals defeating the Carolina Panthers. And I think this could be the start of Will Grier getting the starting job over Teddy Bridgewater. Minnesota Vikings is going to get their first win of the year. And the Rams defeat the New York Giants as they continue to go downhill. Kansas City will defeat the New England Patriots. Adam Schwartz's Buffalo Bills will defeat the Las Vegas Raiders. San Fran will defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Green Bay Packers will defeat the Atlanta Falcons. Those are your Week 4 picks brought to you by myself, Madison, and Brandon. Now it's time.
162 games. It's 102 games more to determine your status for the season. It's a big difference. So, listen, congratulations to these teams that made it to the playoffs this year. But you know what? With 162 games, it might be tougher for them.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Miami Marlins, though, they had Brian Anderson. Don Maddaling's been managing for many years. You have Jorge Alfaro, Corey Dickerson, Jesus Aguilar. Would you say that they're building a great core, though, where they could actually compete 162 games?
Yeah. They need a little more, though. I don't think they're there yet in terms of their all-around ability in their lineup. I think they could use a couple more pitchers. I think the bullpen can improve a little bit. But yeah, they got some work to do, but they'll be okay. They'll be very good in the future.
You see, maybe a rematch with JT Realmuto? We'll get to that in a minute. We have Sonny from Staten Island on the line. Sonny?
Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you?
How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good and stuff. I can't complain. Enjoying this nice weather we're having today. It feels like we're in the month of August and not in the month of September, but it's all good.
Yeah.
How about yourself? How you doing?
Pretty good. What's on your mind today?
I want to talk about, first of all, the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, it's a good series and everything, and I got a funny feeling that, Dallas going tonight and it could go to into 7 games. I mean, Dallas was looking good. They were a good, young, hungry team. So what do you think? What do you think about tonight? You think it's over with Tampa? You think Dallas has to?
Yeah, I think Tampa's due for a championship. Dallas, if Dallas wins, they may have a good shot to win in 7, but I think it's over tonight with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
What else?
I got the hockey fan and everything. I've been to Stanley Cups and everything. I've seen the Devils win. I've seen Chicago win against the Flyers. I went to the game where Kane scored that goal. I had a really, really great night with my son. I think the Dodgers to really go out and take the whole thing. And, the Dodgers are really, really looking good in the National League. But then again, you got Manny Machado there carrying the San Diego Padres. So the San Diego Padres and the Celtics looking really, really good. So I think realistically, out of the National League, I look at LA and the Cubs. And the Cubs are playing really, really good. And in the American League, I mean, Tampa's hot. I think Tampa, it could be Tampa versus Oakland, Cleveland and Minnesota, one of them. But, I mean, the American League is wide open. But in the American League right now, with the way Tampa's playing, I think Tampa is due to do it. So it would be really, really wild if Tampa Bay does win the Stanley Cup. And then, right after that, you have Tampa Bay win the World Series. So you never know. It could be a Florida team. And if Miami wins the NBA championship, wow, you can have 3 teams in Florida win 3 championships, in 3 different sports. But, what do you think?
Truly, the Rays are going to win it no matter what, but I don't have it in this bracket. So the Tampa Bay Rays will defeat the Toronto Blue Jays. Cleveland Indians, I like Shane Bieber so much that they will defeat the New York Yankees. So you have a matchup of the Rays and the Indians. Then in the second half, we'll have the Twins defeating the Houston Astros to take on the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox will then defeat the Minnesota Twins and make a trip to the ALCS. Then the Cleveland Indians, based off of Shane Bieber, Francisco Lindor, they will defeat the Tampa Bay Rays and go to the American League Championship Series. So we have AL Central matchup of the Indians and the White Sox. Cleveland will represent the American League in the World Series. Across from us, we have the National League. The Dodgers are going to steamroll past the Milwaukee Brewers, while the St. Louis Cardinals will defeat the San Diego Padres. Then the Chicago Cubbies will defeat the Miami Marlins, while the Atlanta Braves will finally get past the first round as they defeat the Cincinnati Reds. Chicago Cubs will defeat the Braves, while the Dodgers will defeat the Cardinals. Dodgers will defeat the Chicago Cubs, and they will represent the National League in the World Series. And then the Dodgers will finally win it all against the Cleveland Indians. And now for our final thought segment, what do the New York Mets have to do in order to win in 2021?
Steve Cohen, man, has to go out there and spend that money. He's got to spend that money, and stack that team up like no tomorrow. Winning games is important in baseball, ladies and gentlemen. You can't start. You got to win your games. You have to go out there and win as much as you can because the NL East is very tough. And
the Braves.
Yeah, you got the Braves.
You got the Nationals, the
Phillies.
Nationals might not be as good anymore.
Well, if there was 162 games, you might have, there might be a difference.
You might have a chance to
With
come
any
back.
team, there could be a difference.
The ride should be here any minute. I don't know what's
You're probably getting a sandwich or something from Wawa.
Mr. Saravo.
Let's not talk to the press. So we just had a great show. Lots of discussion about baseball since football. We discussed the Week 3 and Week 4 games, but we mainly wanted to base today's episode on the 2020 baseball season. Any questions, feel free to ask. You right there.
How do you guys feel the show went tonight?
I thought it was a good episode. Lots of discussion about baseball. Not too much prank calls, so that's a plus, guys. Any regards?
Oh, it's really amazing. Think he's gonna win it all the way?
Great show. I think people were excited for the playoffs that start tomorrow, and I think the New York Knicks' future is bright.
Next one.
You guys haven't talked about politics in the past couple shows. Will we be seeing you guys talk about it in the future?
Look, the only way we'll discuss politics for a whole 10 minutes is if Andrew comes back. So that was an Andrew Brem thing. We like to keep our focus on sports. Politics every once in a while, but if Andrew comes back, I'm sure we'll have lots of discussions about Andrew Cuomo. Next question, please.
there weren't any prank calls on tonight's show, will you guys consider that successful?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
When you don't have to lose focus of your topic because someone decides to call in and make some
Adam
clown
Patel.
remark, it's completely successful. Final question right there.
There weren't as many callers tonight as there were last show. Do you think your viewers are losing interest?
I gotta get to my ride. Thank you, guys.